Article 12 of the harmony of the law and the gospel. We believe that the law of God is the eternal and unchangeable rule of his moral government, that it is holy, just, and good, and that the inability which the Scriptures ascribe to fallen men to fulfill its precepts arises entirely from their love of sin, to deliver them from which, and to restore them through a mediator to unfeigned obedience to the holy law, is one great end of the gospel, and of the means of grace connected with the establishment of the visible church. The point of this article is simply to say that the law of God, understood as the moral law, it says here the eternal and unchangeable rule of his moral government. So not the specific Mosaic expression, but God's moral will in commandments. The law is distinct from, but not at odds with, the gospel. Distinct from, but not at odds with the gospel. The law is holy, just, and good, as this article says, and as Romans 7:12 says. But because we are fallen and have an innate love of sin, we will not and cannot keep God's precepts. But one of the great ends, or one of the great goals of the gospel, what it's trying to accomplish and do in us, is not just to forgive us of our law-breaking, but also to deliver us from the love of sin and to restore us to our truest humanity through Christ, so that we obey God's law more and more from the heart. This is part of what should be happening in our churches. That is, people growing in obedience to God, not in order to earn salvation, but as a result of salvation.